I got some socks that had American flags on them, and I thought that was the tightest shit in the world. My mom was like, "Where'd you get these?" And it said like Jacob on the inside of them. I was like, "Apparently, I got them from some fucking." Yeah, I got them from a. Yeah, these are memorial like MIA soldier socks I got from Soldier Jacob. KIA. Yeah, I'm Patriot, Mom. You wouldn't understand. No, so I stole them from some kid named Jacob. They're mine now. KIA.
Jacob, if you're watching this, I hate you.
I hate you, and I have
I
your
do
socks.
it again.
Camp Indian Springs was
this address.
It was wild, man, because like the counselors were basically teenagers, and teenagers aren't very responsible people, and so it was kind of like just do your own thing.
Dude, you know? Yeah, like if mine, I won't name it because I still live very close to it. Yeah. But yeah, all the counselors were just like high schoolers, and they would just like get fucking drunk or smoke weed every night, and we were just a bunch of little kids. And like one of the best activities we ever did, though, I went for like 2 or 3 years. It was a similar thing, like you just show up for a week, you'd be in like a big tent basically, and there were like a fuck ton of them. It's just like out in the hills and shit, and they did like a Sasquatch hunt where one of the like big tall counselors, they put like fake fur on him, and we just had to try and catch him because he was like, yeah, we're a bunch of kids. He's like probably an 18-year-old or like way faster than us. The whole thing is like that we never really catch him, and we were fucking like, we got a bunch of sticks and stuff. We're like, yeah, we're gonna like fucking kill this Sasquatch, and we got into it. We were chasing him down. There's just like a random wire, like is probably like near the edge of the woods. I don't know, it's for like clothes or something, but it's kind of low. He fucking goes over it, tumbles like partly down a hill. It's just like kind of fucked up. A bunch of kids all hit it too, and everyone's just getting like fucked up. Like my roommate just goes like, he was probably right behind the guy, just gets destroyed. Also, the guy is like on the ground still, like all the kids catch up to him and start beating the shit out of him with sticks. And he's like, stop, like, please stop. Like, oh man, like that's enough. And he can't like fight back because we're kids. But he's like, please stop. And we're just like beating the shit out of him. I felt so like when I grew up a couple years, I'm like, oh my, like that poor fucking guy probably like chronic like injuries from just like 20 like 10-year-olds just like fucking like get his eyes. It's this weak point. Sasquatch can't see without his eyes.
Cut off his feet. We gotta prove it. We gotta prove it to the Archaeological Society. Cut his feet off.
Everyone get a necklace with a Bigfoot ear on it. They're like knives too.
How would the other counselors feel if like you came back with like just
his head?
Just like different parts of his body. Kids are like, I've stripped him of his skin. I made a hat.
They were all wearing them. We just got like blood handprints on it. We killed the legendary Sasquatch.
War paint with his blood. And
lived to tell the tale.
I made a bow out of his fucking ribs or something. I don't know.
He took 6 children with him, but we got him, the son of a bitch. They would just like, they'd have to bury everything and just go on like it never happened. Like the owner of the camp was just some old guy. It's like, holy shit, I really fucked up.
I remember we had this guy, his name was something Rhino. They always had like these like stupid camp names.
Oh, right? Yeah.
And all the camp people were like super hippies, except for this one counselor who was his, it was like Charging Rhino, I think is what his name was. And he was weird because he was like this super artistic guy, but he was like a guy that would be in special forces. You know how like there's the guys that are like macho, like I'm a military guy, and then there's the dudes that are slightly off, that are they're still like kind of military people, but they're just off. You know, you could tell they're just very
autistic.
Maybe something. He's artistic. Yep. He was also like, you could tell he was gonna do something like that. Yeah. And like a very self-reliant type person. Yep. And we played Capture the Flag, right? And there was kids at this camp ranging from like 6 or 7 all the way up until like teens, early teens. And so there were some kids that were pretty fast in there. And this charging rhino guy was probably 18 or 19. And he wasn't like a super trim guy. He was kind of stocky, but he was also like just a brick shithouse. Like he wasn't
like a rhino.
Yeah, like a rhino, right? And I remember we're playing capture the flag, and I'm sitting there like I'm supposed to be on defense for the flag because I can't fucking run because I'm a fat kid. And I see through the camp, like it was like on one side of the camp. Hey, you remember Woods from Tarkov?
Yeah.
That was like the map of Camp Indian Springs. There was a lake that kind of like bordered it, and like on one end was our flag, on the other end was the other flag, and there was like a lake there in the middle, if I remember correctly. And then there was all these like cabins with bunk beds and stuff. And I remember I saw him trucking from his side. Yeah. And he was it was the most insane thing I've ever seen. Kids were just flying at him from every direction, and he had the fucking flag. And like he would do this thing where like kids would go diving for him, and he would just drop back and like slide on his knee and then like pop back up, and he was like diving through shit, and like everybody's trying to catch him. But at the same time, at the time I thought it was badass, and then looking back on it, I'm like, dude, it's just a game of capture the flag.
This guy's gonna be a war hero one day.
Yeah, he was doing like Rambo shit. I'm like, you're not fucking saving a princess. Like, you don't need to go that hard. Like, he was fucking doing barrel rolls over picnic tables and shit. And he was like hauling ass and just putting in like 120% for this job that I think paid like $5 an hour. Why go that hard? He was going all the way.
If you love your job, you never work a day in your life.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I pwned those 11-year-olds. I captured
some ass that night.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, ours had a lake too. That was the only thing you could do in it. Really, it was battle raft, which was just a big square piece of wood that kids would fight on, just like King of the Hill on. And there's a zip line that had like no straps or anything. The only test, like, because it went above land for probably like 5 seconds and then water. And it just, like, you have to let go or else it gets so low, like, you just hit the water and it drags you off. Like, you can't keep on. The only way to test if you could do it or not, you had to hang on the ladder for like 5 seconds. And if you could do that, they're like, all right, you're good. Like, and kids have fallen before on the land part. Just like, fallen like 15 feet and fucking like broken arms and I don't know how this place is still open. And there's like Monkey Bridge, the most disgusting little pond you've ever seen. Like, it just looks like if you fall in, you get something. And there's like lily pads that are like huge everywhere. Like, I remember one of them had a shoe just sitting on it. Like, it was ominous. Like, what, did a kid die and lose that shoe? What's going on with that fucking shoe, man? And it just had a rope across it with 2 ropes. Like, you could hold on to 2 ropes and you could walk on one. And people sat on either side and you just fought to see who would, like, get the other one in the gross fucking water. Fun as hell. But looking back on it, I was just, when you're a kid, that stuff doesn't really gross you out. Especially, like, when you're a little woods kid. But, like, now I'd be like, God damn, I don't want to fucking fight someone to get in that water. And there's like counselors that are like my age probably still going there.
You know, you guys can do that up there, but here, like, anything with lily pads also has alligators. Like, there's no there's no like whoever gets knocked off the monkey bridge dies probably.
100% death rate.
Yeah, but I remember we had at that lake, we'd have like swimming time. We'd have that stupid like blimp thing that's half full, and then a fat guy jumps on one side and launches a kid off the other. Yeah, and there was always one fat counselor that they were like, "Hey, fatty, get up there and launch us!" And he would,
gosh,
his name was like Bullfrog or something. They give him like a big fat guy. Yeah, they give him like a big fat guy name.
Fat Frog. Charging fat.
And so he'd just drop and fucking send these kids flying. But I remember I went there with you have your swimming buddy, and I got like tagged together with some kid, and we stepped on a fucking snake under the water at the same time, and it like our feet went across it, and it like struggled to get out from under our feet. And then we were like, we're getting out. And we went to go get out, and the counselor's like, no, stay in there. And we're like, dude. And the water, it was like so murky and everything. You couldn't see anything. I was freaking. That was a bad experience for me.
Yeah, we didn't have to deal with like I can't imagine having the fear of an alligator in your water. Not cool. I've never been on one of those fat person. But it's crazy that you just have to have a fat guy for those to be really fun. You just have to know someone that's huge. Well, I've never been on one of those. Those are good.
You
like a bunch of little people.
Yeah, you launch kids, and then like a normal adult can do it. But if you're an adult, you really have to get a fat guy.
Yeah. Or just like a big cartoon dumbbell. If you have one of those,
or a grand piano.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Camp was wild. I would never send my kid to a camp like that. I don't think. Just because
my little sister just went to the one that I went to. I was like, I'm scared for her now because I've been there. I know how fucking crazy it is.
Yeah, that's weird.
You'd also each day you can either swim in the lake or take a shower, and the showers are like communal, like shower house. So no one ever did that. Like we probably smelled so fucking bad. But also, like, I feel like you don't mind things that smell bad when you're a kid. I never remember the smell being an issue.
Yeah.
Maybe I just didn't even have BO yet, but.
Well, it's a difference when you don't have BO that much when you're a kid, but if everybody smells bad, then nobody does.
Yeah, true.
You know? Like,
I got out of there, I was like, oh my God, like, what is this aroma? This pure, fresh air, cleaned.
Well, I didn't realize how bad I smelled when hiking because everybody smelled bad. And then when we got picked up at the end, we got into my uncle's car, which had like an air freshener and it smelled nice. And then we like sat in it for a minute and I just like put my nose down and smelled my shirt and I was like, ah! It was fucking ripe. I was like, holy shit.
Put your nose down, smelled your crotch.
Yeah, I put my nose down. I picked my balls up.
Oh,
God damn. So how's your stream thing going?
Well, it is what it is.
Yeah, wait. No, let me reiterate for everybody. Pooh dropped the opportunity to work for a Fortune 500 company so he could work. So he could work at his parents. So he could work at his mom's fucking stupid bed and breakfast or something. And
that's not what I fucking dropped it for.
He was like, "Gee, Mom, I'd love to work at the B&B."
It would be an honor to learn your secret recipe for biscuits and gravy.
And then do streaming. So how's that working out for you?
It's listen, I didn't just drop it so I could. It's not like I enjoyed doing it. I did not like being a software engineer. Don't get me wrong. The benefits, the pay. I mean, the lifestyle, the happiness.
The sex and drugs.
The sex, the women, the drugs. The
CFO's daughter.
Anyway, I'm having a great time streaming. So yeah, this one goes out to my haters. No, I mean, of course, I'm going to be making way less money, and I'm not going to, be as successful.
And you won't be able to fuck the CFO of Twitch.
I might be a little bit more fulfilled, Yeah. And I look at my new lights. Hey, look at that. I can do that.
Yeah, this is my light. Okay, that's that one. Yeah, I got my shit. I got new lights, man. Killing it.
Yeah, you're not to bring up production value again, two times in 2 days, but your production value is looking pretty great. I like your little background setup you got.
Yeah, I got I'll show that at some other point, but Donut Operator.
Oh yeah,
you know that guy? Yeah, he sent me a skateboard deck from his
pig.
He sent me a skateboard deck from his skate shop.
Oh, nice. He's been sending. I've seen a couple people get some little gifts from him.
Yeah,
so you're not actually that special.
I'm not at all.
So he actually sends it to everyone.
Well, it was like a double-edged sword because he like sent it to me and he was like, "Hey man, I really like your channel," and I was like, "Thanks." But then he also let narrator.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he let narrator touch it.
Oh.
And I was like,
Have you talked to narrator in a while? I haven't seen him.
No, I haven't. But I looked it up, and apparently, like HIV can't stay on skateboard decks for like a long time before they get you.
Oh, okay.
Or whatever virus causes transsexualism.
I like narrator. I haven't talked to him in a long time though.
Him?
I'm just gonna
you use the correct pronouns, jackass.
Oh, fuck me! I knew I was walking into some sort. You're just waiting for me to fucking.
No, what irritates me about narrator is narrator like came at me one day and was like, "Hey, I'm actually transgendered." I'm like, "Okay, well, what are your pronouns?" And then all of a sudden wasn't transgendered anymore. I'm like, dude, just fucking make up your mind. Like, you can't flip-flop one day after another. Just fucking, like, do some internal narrative for a while and be like, I'm committing to this. Yeah. Yeah. Do the name, what your name implies you do, and, fucking think about it for a little bit, and then come back at me.
It's probably very, more complicated than just sitting down one day and being like, oh, what do I think in my head? It's probably got some more intricacies than that.
But over like years' time, I'm sure you figured it out, not just on a whim.
Yeah.
And I felt like that's what it was, is on a whim. So now I don't know if she's a her or Sherm's a him or what.
Well, regardless, they are pretty cool. Donut operator. I actually don't know much about him at all besides that he's a cop.
Why would you assume it's a him? Now that we're on that.
Because he is,
did they ever tell you?
Because I've seen his penis, and he said that he wanted me to see it or something. I don't know where I'm going. He sent me a skateboard, and on the back of it was just a picture of his penis. What the fuck? Double-edged sword. What the fuck?
I asked him, I was like, how does it feel to open up a fucking skate shop during a time when everybody hates cops? And he was like, it kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie. It kind of fucking sucks.
Like a cop themed skate. I feel like skaters kind of have like they've always had some tension with police. Like, yeah, in terms of just like, oh, let us skate where we please, laissez-faire.
Yeah, it's a free range skater place. Yeah. Well, I think that's part of why he's had such a negative reception, because skaters come into a shop and he beats them up.
Ain't no skating in here.
And he batons them in the forehead. It's pretty ridiculous. Yeah. And but besides that, I mean, when you think about it, skaters always hated cops. But
Lords of Dogtown.
Yeah, I've seen that movie.
Throwing that out there. Yeah.
Good movie with a good soundtrack.
It's a good movie, yeah.
Yeah. But skaters have also been like anti-establishment, like counterculture. And the current culture right now is that everybody hates cops. So if skaters were really counterculture, they would love cops, which means 5-0 Skate Shop was a good idea.
That's his thought process.
That's how he wrapped his head around.
How do you
on my side now?
Being a skater and a cop, he's got to be all twisted up inside.
Yeah. God, talk about an internal struggle.
Yeah, probably.
I think that's why him and narrator are friends, because narrator's like, "Am I a man? Am I a woman?" And he's like, I know. We are right on the same page."
Am I a cop? Am I a skater?
Am I a cop?
I'm wearing Vans with a badge on right now, man. I am fucked up. I don't know what's going on.
Man, talk about an internal struggle. That's rough.
Let's talk shit about some other people on Twitter.
Yeah.
What's up with those Jimmy and what's his friend's name that you just did the podcast with?
Nine Rain. Yeah, they.
What's their deal? They're just like RuneScape guys. That's pretty.
Yeah, they make like old school RuneScape videos, and then Jimmy moved out to where Nine Rain is, and then won't talk to him.
Oh.
He moved across the country to Texas, and they're in the same apartment complex, and he won't like hang out with Nine Rain. Why? I think it's because Jimmy might have Asperger's, but also Jimmy has gotten circled up and is like hanging out with like Bed Bananas and Charborg and those people.
Oh.
I think he's feeling the lust for power and subscribers.
Yeah, he's now looking down on his old friends.
Yeah,
as they are nothing to compare to Bed Bananas.
Yeah, Bed Bananas and Charboard, gods walking among mere mortals. Yeah, so Jimmy's trying to get try to suck their cock a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
That's fair.
If, let's say PewDiePie started talking to me, I would fucking
never talk to me ever again.
Yeah. I would destroy you with the ass.
Dude, that's my claim to fame, man. I had PewDiePie following my old Twitter account before.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, for a very short time.
Didn't you send him a meme that I sent you?
I sent him a meme. It was the like Ugandan Spider-Man getting ready to join.
The one in like the military or whatever.
Yeah, where he's wearing like Tim's. Yeah, he's like joining Coney's army, and it was like. And I said, like, I will make you regret saying the N-word. And that's what I sent him. And I saw that he had seen it. Like, he looked at it and then never responded.
Come on, you at least give a like on that or something.
No, he was like, dude, it's bad enough that I follow you. I don't know if I can talk to this fucking
interact with you.
Yeah. I should see if I could get him on here. I'm going to shoot for that. Yeah.
That would be nuts. Who's your favorite follower now that he's gone?
I got Norm McDonald to follow me.
Really?
Yeah, he followed me.
Damn, nice.
He's never liked anything I've ever tweeted.
You monitor that? You've got a constant stat tracker.
Yeah.
Norm watch. Oh my god, we got a banger coming out, guys.
Maybe you'll like it. He's never liked anything I've ever.
Interesting. Speaking of Twitter followers and stuff, I went down a little, what do you call it? A little wormhole the other day. That led to me finding a woman that I think you're cheating on your wife with.
Oh hell yeah! Who's that?
I just saw some gamer girl that had like 200 followers that you were following. Fuck. Oh, let me find it. I think I took a screenshot because I was gonna text it to you.
Yeah, there's like 4 women that I follow on Twitter.
Icelandic gamer girl.
Oh, okay. So here's the funny thing about Icelandic gamer girl, right? This is a hilarious.
I got you ready.
Dude, you did. Okay, so I don't want to shit on her too much.
Okay,
but I'm totally
follow her for a joke, and then I'm sorry.
I'm totally gonna shit on her. So I was like, she kept like tweeting at me, right, and like replying to like Tarkov related shit, and I was like, who the fuck is this bitch? So I went and looked at her Twitter thing, and she's just like this model. Like she's like a beautiful. You've seen her. She's like a beautiful woman, right?
Yeah,
and she keeps like photoshopping herself into like Tarkov screenshots. And she keeps like photoshopping herself into the game and stuff, and she's like really into it. And I think what else is funny is Battle State Games and the guy that runs the community thing both follow her as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but if you go look at like her actual stream and everything, she sucks so much ass.
Like at the game?
Just at everything. Just at being maybe a human. like passable.
God damn, at that level.
Yeah.
Just
like being impassable.
Existing.
Yeah. And like I would rather watch anything else. Like, let's be honest. But I think she really opened my eyes to the fact that like people make fun of like Pokimane and stuff. But did open my eyes to the fact that you do at least have to be somewhat interesting to garner attention as a female.
Yeah.
And she has proven to me that just because you're very attractive doesn't mean you're going to have automatic success.
Yeah.
Because she's attractive and about as boring as like watching paint dry.
I'm gonna have to check out her streams to, really tell for myself.
You're not missing much. Yeah. You're not missing much.
Okay. No, I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, you're a woman, you're instantly like partnered." There's a lot of fucking women now streaming. Also, like it's not. Like,
there's a lot of women, and it's why watch a woman that has no personality stream when you can just also go into the address bar and type in like booby, boob. Like if you're actually there to look at an attractive woman, there's a lot better stuff.
Yeah, but it's them being, there. They can see your name. I can read your name if you donate $100.
I legitimately, I looked at her stream. I legitimately think it's because she plays with like a bunch of guys.
Mm.
From what I've seen, she plays in like 5 stacks a lot of the time, and she doesn't really pay that much attention to chat, you know. But if they like most of the female streamers that make it big just based off the fact that they're females are like it's just them talking to chat.
Yeah.
And going like, oh my god, that's incredible! Wow.
You know you're
Puberton.
so beautiful.
Yeah. I love
try glasses off. They take your glasses off. Glasses off, hair up.
Whoa. Oh man. Wow. I bet you if you lost 125 pounds, you'd be pretty cute for a guy. And then
you know, like weight and put it on the bottom of your feet and get through 8 inches.
If you weren't 5'3" and 300 pounds, you'd be very attractive.
If you weren't a disgusting little troll person, I'd really give you a shot.
give me a lot of money. But she doesn't do that. She hangs out with like some dudes and they play and that's it.
You know, good on her though for having some high profile following on Twitter.
Yeah.
Nikita followers her? Or is it someone below Nikita?
No, it's Battle State Games and then the fucking Igor or some shit, like some Russian guy that runs their Twitter. He has some Russian name. His name's fucking like Yuri Bognerov or something. I don't know.
That makes more sense. But
yeah.
Still, Battle State Games, that's a big catch. Shit, they don't follow me.
Yeah.
And I'm a big shot.
Yeah, but do you do those like cliche like tweets where it's like, I'm streaming Tarkov, gonna get some rubles at Battle State Games? Like if you do that kind of tweet, like they will retweet it every time.
I call them poobles. I'm kidding, I don't. But no, I've never tagged them once in like a tweet.
That'll change things.
That's probably a good way though to get some damn viewers is if you get retweeted by them. Or like you said the other day, like Reddit. I need to start posting on like Tarkov Reddit.
Yeah. I remember they used to have like a very loose community. I think it was the same community manager, but I don't think he had like a talk from his boss yet. And I remember I posted this fucking video of this guy that had like some fucking crazy birth defect just screaming as like a hermetic door opened. Like it was actually in Russia. He was in like some satellite country like Ukraine or something. And like he was just screaming with a bottle of vodka in his hand as like this big hermetic door went like open, and he's just going like he's just sitting there like he's going insane, like he's having some sort of mental breakdown. And I was like I posted I said when hermetic extract, when you're extracting via hermetic door or something like that, and they retweeted it. And I was like, you fucking retweeted that. You retweeted this man that has some sort of insane birth defect having a mental breakdown in the sewers of Moscow. And he goes, why? It was funny. Like, why not? I bet you his PR was like, don't retweet fucking Down syndrome people with vodka. That's not a good idea.
What an insane life to live. To just be like that guy. Like, what a crazy different path that would be. And like what word? I don't know. I'm glad to be born in the U.S. I'm happy with the way things have turned out overall.
You know Creed from The Office?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has like 4 lines of dialogue through that entire show, and they're always the best. But like one of his that I thought was so stupid and funny was like they're talking about winning the lottery, and he just goes, "I've already won the lottery, baby. I was born in the U.S.
I was born in the Midwest of the United States of America."
You know, it does feel good to be born in a developed nation. How about that? It doesn't even have to be the U.S.
I'd be good, with some others too.
Yeah,
Canada. Like that one guy.
Maine.
We got friends from there.
Yeah. Maine's a different country,
Canada.
right?
They're not that crazy. Yeah, Maine, Alaska, Hawaii.
I think Nova Scotia is somewhere around here.
Muscle Bus isn't that crazy, and he was born some, Norway or something.
Dude, that guy's the biggest simp I know. We've beaten him into submission, but like anytime like a new female joins the Discord, all of a sudden, guess who has access to Muscle Bus room?
Oh shit!
The female does, yeah. And he goes in there and starts throwing around his wubble U's and his fucking crazy accent. He's like, hey, have you seen a picture of me? I'm 6'3" and I'm buff. And he's like, and I look like Grumpy Cat in the face.
It's been a long time since I've seen a picture of him, but that does fit the mental image.
Yeah, he looks like Grumpy Cat. He's got like the fucking eyebrow ridge of a, when they do like, you go to a wax museum or something, they have like a wax statue of a Neanderthal, and they always have like that big eyebrow ridge. Like he's got that going on.
Dude, him and Icelandic girl would get along.
Oh yeah,
so they're both from somewhere over there.
Well, she looks like she's like 4'9", so they'll probably look like he's a pedophile or like. Have you seen that? Have you seen that video of Shaq and his girlfriend walking down the sidewalk? Yeah. It looks like a dad walking with his daughter.
So big. Yeah. Honestly, though, he'd have to try to find a girl that would look like not.
No, all you'd have to do is just find a girl that's like 5'10" and not look like he's a pedophile. But he found a girl that's like 5'1" that just likes.
Still be so towering over. Yeah. But yeah, true. Like a 5'1". That's just. I wonder. You're asking for it.
I wonder if he just has like a big cock that looks tiny on him. I bet you he does.
Or a small cock that looks huge.
No, like even like a fucking 8-inch cock would look minuscule on that man.
Oh yeah, but it's probably. I would like to imagine it all grew proportionally, and he's got maybe 2 feet.
A big 18-incher.
Yeah,
dude, I
you
really
should try
hope
and have him on the podcast. Oh,
I should. He should really have a. I really wish he would get into financial troubles, so that he would have to a company would come forth and go like, "Hey, will you do a celebrity porno to get some money?"
Well, that would probably be the most realistic way of us seeing his penis.
Yeah. And then maybe we could talk Icelandic gamer girl into.
You should have her as a podcast guest.
Oh yeah, no, I was talking about co-starring in the celebrity porno.
Co-starring. Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be. She's like an adult, right? Like to clarify, okay. I've only seen like her bio, I think.
No, she has tattoos and shit, unless her parents give permission. Yeah, she's got the classic Dreamcatcher tattoos, which is really just Native American. She stole that from she's a culture vulture. Yeah. Yeah,
and she like self-tans herself really dark and has a black wig.
Yeah. and she's the spokeswoman for the NAACP.
She's gonna like somehow see this and be like, what the fuck? Who is this fucking guy?
It's just really just checking off all the boxes for being a horrible person. Yeah. Oh man! But I think the only way to prove that she's not racist is to co-star in that celebrity porno with Shaq.
Shaq video.
Yeah, God. That's really the only way to clear the slate. You know?
All right.
I bet you I'm gonna get a lot of messages from Stalt going, "Do you want this in there? Are you certain?"
Man, I got a little pit stain. Stalt, edit out this pit stain. Make me dry. I didn't wear an undershirt.
I told Stalt I was gonna get a N-word on a Post-it note and have like on a fishing pole and like have him. I would just have it floating around, and then he would have to fucking key it out just to make editing hell. Blur out all like instances of the N-word. Yeah, I'd just be sitting here with a fishing pole the whole time, just wagging it around.
You almost got it. Yeah. I think he'd quit at that point.
Do you want to keep your job, dog?
This is your biggest challenge ever. Pass this and solidify your position.
It doesn't matter how much I shit on him because everybody in the comments is absolutely convinced that he runs the show.
So you're a puppet.
It doesn't matter like how hard I go on a podcast. Everybody's like, "Wow, you did a good job with this one, Stalt." Like it's always like Stalt did a good job. Makes me cry. I should do a lot of pre-written material for it and just like go absolutely ham and be like, "Wow, Stalt, that was a great joke you wrote for Sam." It's as good as it gets.
We should start doing a monologue at the beginning for like 15 minutes. And just like, at least he gets like, it's bet. I mean, I get how you could be like, oh, but it's better that he gets some recognition than people just like totally.
Well, that's what I pay him with.
Work.
Yeah, I pay him with recognition. Yeah. In fact, for every comment that is posted where he gets recognition, that's actually $25 off of his paycheck. So
there you go.
I have a lot of fake accounts where I just comment like, "Great job, stuff."
This is your best video ever. That's 50.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone go subscribe to Stolt. Okay.
I pay him in attaboys and accolades. Those are the two. Yeah. But no, I feel bad for people that do like editing and stuff, and then they don't get any recognition at all.
Yeah.
You know,
it's a thankless job.
It is. Like all those editors for the Also Aqua channel.
Oh. Yeah, all those guys.
Yeah.
Really everyone behind Aqua.
Yeah, really.
I feel so bad.
Aqua is he's a guy that has an entire fleet of people taking care of every little whim of his.
Because he's a great leader.
He is. Yeah. But also a tyrant at times.
Also vicious.
Vicious.
He'd
Yeah.
rather be feared than loved.
Yeah, let's be honest. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I've heard some of the demands he makes, and I just don't want to leak them because I don't want to soil his reputation or anything. But and he's still mad at me, so I'll leak all the horrible things he does to his underlings. I gotta, King's his manager.
Oh yeah, I know.
What's that? Stockholm syndrome?
What's that thing?
You ever heard of Stockholm syndrome?
Yeah, I know.
When you look that up, it's actually a picture of Kings, and he's crying.
He's very good to me.
Yeah, he's just misunderstood. He's a misunderstood content creator. That's what it is.
Yeah, every time I talk to Aqua, he just fucking says some cryptic like, "Heavy lays the crown." The man that wears the crown. I'm like, what the fuck
Yeah.
are you talking about?
Oh man, yeah. It's weird though because he I keep seeing him. I keep captioning watching like compilations of Thanos from the Marvel movies. It's like this Thanos guy. He's onto something. And he goes, I always like those movies where the good guy loses. That's what he always says to me. And he's watching Marvel.
He's like, yeah, I actually really like the idea of gobbling gas, turning into another man, green, scary thing.
Yeah.
Aqua breaks into my room. Deliver us!
Oh, that's a Bible thing. I just remember that. Deliver us from evil. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. Old dumb bitch. God isn't there on that night. Just a goblin.
Just the goblin.
There's the God and the goblin. That'd be way cooler if instead of the devil, it's just like the goblin. Like,
yeah.
Goblin King came and killed Jesus. He was once an angel.
We've almost been going for 2 hours.
Oh my God.
And I know Stalt's going to be like, you don't pay me enough for this to edit this down. Anyways, Poob.
Yeah.
You want to?
Yes, Sam.
You want to advertise your stream? Okay, never mind. You just rolled your fucking eyes.
Whoa! Let me walk in the frame, so it's like oh, that looks so dumb. Don't show that still, please, God.
Hey, today's episode was featuring Poob, and you can follow him at twitch.tv/Papa Poob. Isn't that it, Papa Poob?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've got a YouTube that I upload on.
Yeah.
Semi-monthly. So.
Yeah, it's youtube.com/Papa Poob. But yeah, he'll be in the description as well of this, unless you're listening to it. If you're listening to it, then you're one of 4 people that listens to it. Yeah. But how often do you stream?
3 to 4 days a week.
He's been doing wacky segments. He's like one of those character streams, and he's been doing wacky segments where he rates women based on he'll bring up like a fleet of women, like pictures of them on stream, and then he rates them based on race. And he has other segments.
Don't you Aqua me, motherfucker. I draw freaks and I play the recorder. That's all you need to know.
And then he also he rates different dictatorships based on their effectiveness. Yeah, he's an all-around good guy.
Yeah. Not like those other guys.
Yeah.
I'm actually not like those other guys.
Yeah. He does this horrible thing, though, where he takes IQ stats, and he lays it out geographically and tries to figure out where all the dumb people are, and then pinpoint ethnic groups based on it. Yeah, I was like, I don't like this. This is getting into a weird territory. This is not. I like the poop that makes stupid references and absurdist humor. So you just can't catch him after he's been taking shots. That's when you does.
Oh yeah, when I get drunk,
he gets into conspiracy theories that are never like conspiracy theorists back in the day. They're like, dude, aliens are around. And conspiracy theorists now are like, did the Holocaust happen? Why?
I'm actually a sex robot designed by a goblin.
Since when did conspiracy theorists go from like, don't believe what the government tells you, man, to just like racists?
I don't know.
Yeah, conspiracy theorists have turned into insane people.
When Alex Jones became like mainstream for a minute.
Yeah. Oh man, if he wasn't so fucking funny, he wouldn't be mainstream.
No, yeah, if like he didn't just make such good like clips to use and shit.
Yeah, like that video of him chasing that guy down.
Yeah, like I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna get you, and he like. Dude, that guy could chase me down. His little legs, you see how fast they were? It was like when Sonic is winding up to run. His legs went in circles.
I'd like to think he could only do bursts of speed, but he might be able to
like an alligator.
Yeah.
Like an alligator can go 40 miles per hour for like 10 feet. If that guy had taken one extra step, Alex Jones would have teetered out. Oh, his legs would have locked up. Yeah. Anyways, that's the end.
So they decided to draw, women with the male parts.
They were women or men?
Who knows?
Oh, what the fuck?
Anything goes.
Nah, I think they were women. I think they were.
Oh my god, that's awesome. What the fuck? You're 13.
What else can you remember from Thailand, Mace? Anything else come to mind when you think of Thailand?
Well, I want to go to a ping pong show.
Yeah, one of those.
That would be cool. Because Kobe went to one last time. He went with his mate, and I didn't get to see one. So
what's a ping pong show?
They shoot ping pong balls out of somewhere.
Is it like Wait, is it ping pong like a tournament?
Yeah, yeah. It's a ping pong tournament.
Yeah, kind
of.
of.
Fuck! I didn't realize Thailand people were so good at ping pong.
Yeah, they are. Mace, would you care to elaborate?
Well, a lot of the players in those tournaments are real pussies.
Oh really?
Yeah, but it's still really entertaining.
Yeah, that shit's popping, man. That's great.
Bro, they shoot the ping pong balls out somewhere, man.
What the fuck? How do they shoot? Why?
They shoot darts into balloons and stuff like that. Pull out birds. You name it, they do it.
Pull out birds? Bro.
Yeah, they do it, man. They do it.
Fake.
No, it's not.
As if they're pulling birds out their vaginas.
I swear.
If she's got a bush, it's Harry Houdini, dude.
Holy shit. David Blaine in this shit.
Instead of vomiting frogs,
he pulls a fucking frog out of his pussy.
Speaking of David Blaine, did any of you guys watch his weird shit skydiving thing that he did?
Yeah, that
wasn't
shit.
Weird shit skydiving.
What the fuck, dude? That was
an
achievement.
Magic, by the way.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, he did a skydiving.
Why are you being so
Dude, it was not magic.
He doesn't
so
think
weird.
it's magic, Toby.
It was a stunt, Toby.
This is so weird.
Dude,
He tied
went
himself
up
to some
in an
balloons and then
experimental
jumped off with a
aircraft.
parachute.
Yeah,
what
he
the
went
fuck?
up in
It
an
was kinda
experimental
cringe.
aircraft. He had to get skydiving certified. He had to learn how to pilot both a helium, like gas balloon and a hot air balloon. He went through so much shit, and that was a real achievement, dude. They had to license that aircraft as a like a fucking experimental aircraft. They had to get clearance to go into Class A airspace, which is where jetliners fly. And he went up 16,000 feet without an oxygen supply. He hyperventilated so that he could bring his oxygen back up, so he didn't get hypoxia. So that was the feat. Like that was the magic, that he didn't have oxygen until he was like that high up.
Yeah, let's just get like a brief overall explanation of what he did for anyone who is uninformed. It's David Blaine. He's a notorious street magician and like stunt extraordinaire. And this is his latest stunt where he basically filled up a bunch of weather balloons with helium. Am I right? And
Yep.
like latex balloons with helium, and went up into the sky. I'm not sure how many feet up he went unattached to anything. He was just hanging on, right? Like,
No.
safety
He was
until
attached.
He went up
He
there.
was attached to it.
What? I thought he attached his safety like up halfway through. Or am I crazy?
No. That was when he was taking the parachute.
I think he still had to. He had to be hanging on though, because only after he attached the
he
safety
was
could
he was
let go
holding.
and put his parachute on.
He was holding on to the parachute, like the line of the parachute. So the parachute was suspended by like a rope, and if he let go of the rope, it'd fall down and he'd be dead. So like it was always hold on to the safety. So like he was just hanging on to it the entire time until you had to pull it down, take the chute off, and then he could go hands free. But he was attached to a harness.
Right. Okay. Of course. Yeah. So he goes up and he puts the parachute on mid-air, gets up to, did you say 16,000 feet?
No, 16,000 feet is when he used the O2. I think he went up to like 25.
It was like 20,
almost 25,000.
Yeah. It was
before he
like
jumped.
Which is
Before he jumped.
Yeah, I watched the entire thing, and I will say I get where Toby's coming from, because it's one of those things where it's very technically impressive, but was like visually not super.
Yeah,
tight.
I'm not saying it wasn't like impressive what he did. It was just a bit boring.
Well,
I
it's
thought it was
just a
cool.
live stream.
I thought it was really cool.
A lot of people compare it to the Red Bull stunt a couple years back, where he actually
which was way cooler.
Yeah, well, he went to the edge
it was
of
way
space.
cooler, but it was also like people remember that because of the edited down video. Like you're not watching a live stream of that for fucking an hour and a half. Like which is what this was. Was it live streamed, the Red Bull thing? I forget.
I don't think so. Maybe
it was on TV. I remember seeing it on TV.
It was a live event at some point.
That was definitely visually more spectacular, because he went into fucking outer space pretty much, right? Like
but he was in a full-on suit.
Absolutely. And that's when it comes down to this thing where David Blaine's stunt was actually like really technically remarkable, but didn't look as cool because I don't know. It's a clear sunny day. He's just up in the sky with some big balloons, and then he skydives. It's kind of like
exactly
what the uninformed person is gonna think that the stunt was.
Yeah, but he had no idea where he was gonna land. He had the original landing area. He wasn't able to make, so he had to completely improvise that on terrain that he wasn't trained to do. Pretty crazy, man. It was pretty intense.
The thing I like,
and if you want to pull stunts like that on games, you should get your Gamersubs.
Gamersubs.gg. Code Misfits.
Gamersubs.gg. Code Misfits. If you want to pull stunts like that on games, you can do it.
Flavor too.
Mango.
Yeah,
we're talking about the new
flavor, dude. Mango.
I haven't tasted it, but it looks fucking fire.
I've tasted another flavor that's in the works that maybe we shouldn't talk about yet, but that I can personally vouch for the secret flavor.
Yes. It's very delicious.
The secret formula.
The Krabby Patty secret formula, but on Gamersubs.
Gamersubs.gg.
It's just burger flavored subs. That'd be amazing.
Burger subs.
Burger subs.
So can we get like a salmon flavored G subs? That'd be amazing.
Oh,
the thing I like about David Blaine is that he's so clearly just an absolute enthusiast for what he does. Like he doesn't really try and look cool. He's not like overhyping himself or like trying to be like a crazy stuntman. He's nervous. He's genuinely nervous and excited for this thing, like worried, concerned, making sure that everything goes right. Like this guy just loves stunts and he loves magic tricks. And I don't know. I think that's really cool to see. I really saw that when I watched him on the Joe Rogan podcast and just listening to him fucking almost manically talk about Houdini and his inspirations and his past stunts. It's kind of cool to see.
That's sick.
But yeah, the Ascension thing's definitely worth checking out. It was cool.
Yeah.
It was very freaky for a while.
It
while
was
he was growing
tense,
up.
very tense.
I kind of being the only person like hoping / not hoping that he like something went wrong. Obviously, I hope that he survived, but I was
I feel
like
everyone it's human nature to feel like that.
I was like, surely something interesting happens, and he like slips and catches himself, or like
And-
falls, and, like
but
puts
then
the parachute on midair while falling. And I was hoping for something like that.
It's like
But then
watching
out of
NASCAR,
nowhere-
like, the crashes and shit.
Once the hawk comes along and snatches him away.
They had
I don't know where comes the
They
fart.
had like a bunch of countermeasures. They had like a bunch of ballasts, like sandbags that weighed like 5.5 pounds each. So if one of the balloons popped and he started to go down, then he could simply just offload the sandbag and drop weight, and then he would go higher up. So like the actual engineering of their, because it was like a legitimate experimental aircraft. 52 balloons, 52 cards in a deck, which I think was what they were going for. But yeah, so fucking went right up. Did you guys know, like, of all the stunts that he did, it all spells out, I think, Blaine or
Really?
like David Blaine or something like that? Like all the stunts that he did spells out his name.
Oh.
And Ascension
Wait,
is
really?
like the A. Yeah.
Oh, so
But
he
there's
has
no-
an N in an E to do still?
There's no B in Ascension though.
No. Because he did like no, he did.
What he means.
It's an abbreviation.
He did like what he did the electricity one. He did the one where he
Underwater
was
one where he
encased in
held his
ice.
breath.
The one where he was underwater. The one where he was on a giant pole and fell into cardboard boxes. And the titles of all of those spell out his name.
Oh.
So this was like
It's
his
such a-
magnum
pretty
opus.
sick.
It's so cool and interesting that we still have people like David Blaine that I was like, you know what? I'm going to be a stuntman. I'm just going to take my time to put hours and hours into learning
Yeah.
this, and I'm going to do a crazy freak stunt for human entertainment. Like, it's kind of cool, I think. To put
Yeah,
your
like the
body through
last. I
things like
feel like the last one I remember is Chris Angel.
Yeah, Chris
Mind
Angel. What
freak.
happened to him?
His stunts were all real.
I'm gonna Google that.
Mind freak.
I don't know much about Chris Angel. I remember like
Bro,
the
he
show
walked on
being
water. He was Jesus.
Yeah, I think
He's a
people just
mind
lost
freak. What
interest
else
in
is
his
there to
fake
say?
bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Insane,
he's
bro.
52.
Weird goth appearance.
Chris Angel is 52 years old now.
Mind freak. Yeah.
That's insane.
It was pretty entertaining, but all fake and trash.
Was it all fake?
I don't care.
He's
But
like-
discrediting everything he's done.
He's pretty.
He claimed it was all magic and shit.
He's pretty, like, seen as a joke in that sort of community.
The Mind Freak
Yeah.
live illusionist was rushed into the hospital after losing consciousness during a stunt in which he hung from his ankles in a straitjacket. The famed magician had a brush with death during rehearsal for his upcoming stunt. What the fuck? I looked up what happened to Chris Angel. It's clearly a common search. Apparently,
All those
yeah.
were written by Chris Angel.
Apparently, according to an article in 2017, he just passed out during one of his acts.
Shit.
Maybe he has not returned since.
I need more
I-
attention. I'm becoming less relevant.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Jesus. I don't know.
David Blaine had a run-in with that, I think, a couple of times. But he did the one where he was in a box and he water fasted for like 44 days. So he did
Water fast.
Yeah, so he put on a bunch of weight, I'm pretty sure. So he got rather chunky, and then he just water fasted, had nothing but water in a glass box. I think in New York somewhere, so everyone could see him. And he was up there for 44 days just chugging water. And then after
What the fuck?
and no one could believe it. And then a doctor, the physician that he had, thought that he cheated, was like, there's no way, like, this is all magic, like, he had to have cheated, he had to have eaten something. So they gave him nutrient-filled IV, and it put him into shock, and he almost died, because,
Shit.
yeah,
fuck.
and then him and the doctor ended up co-writing a paper of a study for how to, like, rehabilitate somebody that went through a 44-day fast. So it was really interesting.
Pretty cool pushing the human body like that.
Yeah,
Like, it's
dude.
good
Yeah.
that there are people willing to do that stuff because it's interesting as hell. Like, I don't know how that would ever be actually applied in a scientific sense or a medical sense, but that's dope. That's dope. What's the longest you guys have gone without eating?
10 days water
What?
fast.
You've done a 10-day water fast?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
talked about this
this,
We
before.
talked about it before.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
kind of shocking.
Yeah.
How was that again? Like,
And not good. Like, you just all you can think about is food. Like when you're not actually trained to do it, I assume.
Did you lose a ton of weight or what?
Yeah, I think it was like 12, 15 kilos, roundabout.
Damn.
What?
Yeah.
Would you do
It was
it again?
not good. No. No.
What was the first meal like after that?
I like had Pringles or something. It was like
Pringles?
yeah.
Was that just the thing you'd been craving?
That's just what
all
made
week,
you
or was
crazy.
that what you had?
You know, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. And then no, it was not good. Not good. Not doing that
Were you
again.
still making videos during that time?
No, that was a very bad stage in my life.
I was gonna